Hello, gentle viewers. Finally, look, I'm here. Thank you so much, Panto Archive, for begging me to stop mithering you. And finally giving in, and here I am, broadcasting from my semi-retirement, along with a lot of my other colleagues, sadly, from my glamorous chateau in the south of Scunthorpe. How brilliant to be here. I'm chuffed about this. So I've got some questions to answer. Let's get going. What was your first ever experience of Panto? 7 years old. We're going back quite a long way now. It was Pinocchio, Scunthorpe Civic Theatre, called the Plowright Theatre now, and can't remember a lot about it really, to be honest, except I joined in. The Jiminy Cricket character comes on, and it's reported that I shouted to the actor, "That's not a cricket, that is the blooming frog." I am ashamed a bit, but apparently I got the biggest laugh of the night. maybe that's where I got the bug. I am sorry about that. I've learned since then, kind. Let's be kind. So there, yeah, I did actually see a lot of theatre growing up as a kid. Deprived. But I got over it. It's fine. Now, if I could appear on stage, there's another question here. If I could appear on stage with any celebrity, uh, living or dead, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough. I'm not going to pick a living one because we don't want the celebrities fighting. So I've got it down to Hilda Baker or Stanley Baxter. Yeah. I mean, they both be extraordinary, and I think they'll both be in the Dame role. And so as long as I could do something, you know, bring the stick on, I don't care. That it would just be utterly amazing. Make me choose between one or the other. I don't know. Uh, then there's so many more as well, isn't there? But Stanley, if you've got access to internet wherever you are, loves you so much, and I never got to see you, and so many millions of people did, and awesome. Oh, it's brought us down a bit, hasn't it? Let's do another question. The role that I'd love to play. I'm not going to be the first person to say this. I'm a dame, and I've never done Mother Goose. It's a travesty. If there was any justice in the world, my phone would be ringing right now. Come and do it. I think it's still relevant. The story. I mean, I saw Revolution do it. Brad Pitt, Matt Dallon. They were amazing. The whole production was absolutely beautiful. I was so jealous. Not just that, I loved it. I enjoyed it, and I was jealous. It's still relevant, isn't it? It's still done. Why haven't I done it? I won't turn this into a platform for moaning. But yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I mean, Kardashians and all of that. It's relevant. Bring it back. I mean, it could be that people don't know what to expect when they buy the ticket. I was thinking about that before. You know what you're getting with your Cinderellas and Aladdins and those big hitters. But maybe it's because you don't know what you're getting with Mother Goose. I don't know. I'd love to do that. Oh, I'd love to do that. I've got some great frocks for that. I've got great frocks. I've got the frocks. So, find me. Favourite theatre. This is another cruel one, isn't it? We've clocked up a few. I mean, I'm no spring chicken anymore. I've been at this for quite a long time. Favourite theatre. It's come down to, and Anthony Stewart Hicks on here. Hello, Anthony. I've never met you. Maybe one day. Digress. Get on with it. Neptune Theatre, Liverpool. That was my first ever appearance as a dame. Started as a dame in Panto and thankfully continue apart from this season. And we all know what happened in this season, 2020. Yeah, love that theatre. The audience were always warmed up. I don't remember, and I played it a few times when I got started and I got asked back, um, th- the first Beauty and the Beast it was. I had a camouflage frock on, a bit like I've got that side. I've got a camouflage frock in that picture if you can see it. It's I went with Paul Tate and some other of our sisters to Westminster to ask for a bit of help recently, and that's a new camouflage frock. It's one of my favourites because the first entrance I ever made was a camo Dame outfit. And anyway, the Neptune, awesome. Producer came up to me, Viv and Jim Wells, Pele Productions. I was made up after the dress, and she said, "I want another 5 minutes out of you in that opening slot." I was made up. I was absolutely chuffed. Didn't even consider at the time because they were struggling with a scene change behind the tabs, but I took it and continued. Neptune Theatre, Epstein now, isn't it? Epstein Theatre. And we're nearly there. We're nearly saw the join. Over the years, has Panto changed or adapted? Of course it has. I don't think there's any of my colleagues at work in this glittering arena would disagree with that. It has to change. Because I think if we had the opportunity to go back to the old days and see those original productions, they would have been beautiful, but they would have been slow. My attention span is certainly reducing with age, and like younger people now, they've got to be a lot faster now. And of course, the expectation on production values has developed, and it's not always about the whistles and bangs, but isn't that thrilling? I love a bit of that. So my approach is one boot in music hall, and then tied even further back to the laddie from Commedia dell'arte and all of those routines that we still carry that baton now. But the other boot, I don't know, hanging off a flying route master, courtesy of the twins effects, spectacle. But ultimately, it's the same family entertainment with a recognizable structure. Of course, it has to change. Anyway, Panto Archive, thank you so much. I'm chuffed. And for those of you that have still got a contract, I'm going to come and see as many as I possibly can if we can get about safely. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. But I'll see you 2021. Look after yourselves. Ta-ra.